No more silence, we'll raise our voice for every hero.
Hey, y'all, thanks for joining us. We are coming to you from our podcast studio at Veterans Helping Veterans USA in Marion County, Florida. My name is Todd Belknap. I serve here as the executive director of our nonprofit organization. Special thanks go to the guy behind the camera here, and that is Brian Lang, who is our podcast manager, amongst other things, a case manager, and, well, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies. So thank you, Brian, for making this possible. So today, we have another guest on our podcast. It's Dan Paulson. He is the veteran liaison for PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital. Thanks for coming, brother.
Thank you for having me,
Yeah,
Todd.
I heard
appreciate
you
it.
spent a little time in the car getting here, yeah?
It was a long trip, about 2.5 hours.
From Orlando. So everybody's hearing that is cringing. Yeah, I know that route. So thank you for making the trip. Thank you for going through the obstacles to get here and joining us in our podcast here. I think this is number 3 or 4. So we're still new at this. 5. Okay, we're expanding. So yeah, you're in the single digits here still. So tell me, how did you become the veteran liaison with PAM?
Well, I have been a nurse for over 25 years. I've been in medicine over 30 years, and I had the opportunity to move back to the Orlando area.
Okay.
My wife and I lived here for years, and I retired from a previous position. We moved out of the area for a couple of years, but we really missed being back here and being in Orlando.
Yeah.
And as we were looking at opportunities to come back here, I came across an opportunity with PAM Health. And I had never heard of PAM Health prior to or earlier this year. PAM is an acronym. It stands for Post-Acute Medical.
Okay.
And it is a hospital system that's all over the United States. We have almost 90 hospitals now. 4 hospitals in the Orlando area alone, and our focus is on inpatient rehabilitative services.
Okay.
So my background as a nurse, I was an occupational health specialist for about 20 years, and then I went to work for a small rural hospital up in the panhandle of Florida, and got some experience in marketing and doing marketing for hospital systems and patient acquisition. And I heard about the opportunity with PAM, had a number of interviews, came to work for PAM, and my focus is on still acquiring patients for our hospital system, but the company has asked me to focus primarily on veterans and veteran services.
Okay.
So I was listening to the radio one day when I was in the Orlando area, and I heard an advertisement, something about veterans helping veterans.
Oh.
And I'd never heard of the organization.
You're in good company with a lot of people.
Well, I reached out to Brian Vogue.
Yep.
And then I met with you and Brian and one of my directors.
Yep.
Josie Newsom came with me, and we sat down and met.
Yeah.
And immediately I was impressed with the breadth of veterans helping veterans.
Yeah.
The fact that you have so many contacts and so many outreach opportunities for veterans. And from what I have gathered in my conversations with you and Brian Vogue, is that you were able to connect veterans with a variety of services.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, even though I've been out of the military now for almost 40 years.
Date himself there, folks.
I am. I'll be 63 on my
Brian's
next
like, I'm not
birthday.
even that old yet.
I just turned 40.
Did you? Okay.
Well, I've been out of the military for many years, and I never did use my VA benefits until earlier this year.
Awesome.
And as you know, you and I were in the same generation.
Yep.
Veteran benefits were different.
They sure were. And you didn't hear a lot about them either. Nobody was coming to you saying, hey, here, use this.
No, and even today, there are so many veterans organizations, so many 501c3 organizations. But there is not a lot of communion
No, there's
between those organizations. And Veterans Helping Veterans helps bring those groups together.
Well, we're trying.
Helps connect veterans to other groups. And of course, when I met with you and Josie met with you, we talked about our focus as a hospital system.
Right.
And of course, we take patients, not just veterans, but patients from all over Central Florida.
Right.
We work with a number of the larger hospitals, and I work with a lot of the veterans organizations, of course, VHV, the American Legion, VFW, DAV, AMVETS, all over. And I've had some great opportunities to meet with post commanders and quartermasters all over Central Florida and get to know these folks and get to know their organizations. And our objective at PAM, of course, is to provide state-of-the-art inpatient rehab, but also to be able to connect veterans with those much-needed medical services and try to put all these pieces together and make connections so our veterans are aware of the services that they have available to them.
Yeah, I think that's keyed in on a lot of what you said there. The big thing, Dan, for us is raising awareness. Thank you for all your compliments of what we do here at Vets Helping Vets. We're here to help. Our name is our mission, Veterans Helping Veterans. Unfortunately, there are a lot of veterans right here in Marion County who don't know we're here, even though we're on a bus line. We're right on this very busy East Silver Springs Boulevard in this big giant building with military logos plastered across the frontage. Hey, I wonder what's in there. Well, let's go find out. So, unfortunately, well, maybe not unfortunately, but sadly, a lot of veterans don't walk through our doors until they are beyond the engine light's already gone on. And so there's a lot to clean up, whether it be, finances or health or whereas before, if they'd have come in, then, but we look at every case, we look at it as a challenge to help restore every veteran to a pathway of independence so that they can lead, productive lives like they used to, whether it be on active duty or otherwise. And having folks like you help spread the word about Veterans Helping Veterans, because you're right, what we try to do is connect the different resources. We try to be like an Angie's List for veterans, kind of, like the traffic cop. Oh, you need this, go here. You need that, go here. We have hundreds of vetted resources at our disposal, both internally and externally, but the veteran has to call, or the family member, they have to come in order and tell us what they need so we can put them in the right direction. And therein lies the problem. But once we do, I think we make believers out of people because we're compassionate. We're like a hospital as well, like you are. We're helping people rehab right at ground zero. We're getting them raw right off the street and point them in the right direction, and one of those right directions is with you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So you did marketing, and now you're a veteran liaison. So they tapped into you. They found out you're a veteran. They said, hey, have we got a job for you?
Basically, that's what it was. My director, Josie Newsome, and one of my other directors, Matthew Schultz, were very encouraging of me as a veteran and as a nurse, and they saw where my experience lay in doing marketing and being able to talk with patients and connect with military groups. When I was up in the Panhandle, I had a lot of opportunities to work with veterans groups and the Vet Center out of Tallahassee, Florida, and making those connections. It's a much more spread out area up there. It's very rural up there as opposed obviously, to the Orlando area.
Yeah.
So the services were not as rich or as accessible
Right.
up in that area. But here in Central Florida, it's a bonanza for
Yeah.
veterans. And I think that is one of the reasons why Florida is so quickly attracting so many veterans.
Yeah.
The last statistics that I read showed that there are about 1.4 million veterans in the state of Florida, and that was as of the end of 2024.
Yeah.
The Villages has one of the fastest growing veterans populations, and Florida treats its veterans well.
Yeah.
Companies here employ veterans.
Yes.
They respect the contributions and the sacrifices that veterans have made.
A lot of them
And
hire
I would be remiss if I didn't mention the sacrifices and the contributions the veterans' families have made.
They're along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of long nights, especially on deployments when you have the soldier, sailor, airman, or Marine, or Coast Guard member on deployment, and the spouse is home with the kids. And we don't know if mommy or daddy are coming home. And fortunately, I was never in that situation. I was single when I was in the service. But then you have the parents and brothers and sisters, and so there's always, and now I'm on the flip side of that with my son being in. He's been in 11 years, so I've been on the opposite end of that for a few years now. But it's important, great point you brought up, it's important we remember the families.
Yeah.
And we have to employ our resources to them as well, so that they're used to being the one holding the glue together while the veteran is here, there, or all over the map. We need to make sure that they are provided for. It's almost like a caregiver status, you know, and caregivers, if you've ever been one, it sucks the gas out of your tank, and somebody's got to be pouring some gas back in it. So we look forward to opportunities where we can provide respite for the family members as well. Resources, you know, both profit, nonprofit alike. We turn them on to those resources, and they choose. We just arrange the meeting, you know.
Well, I have the privilege of being able to meet, as I said, with a lot of different organizations. Just last week, I met with the quartermaster over at the VFW in Popka.
Okay.
And had a good meeting with him. And I had met with the post commander the month before and was able to provide some information and resources to the quartermaster for some things that he was searching out. And that's one of the things that PAM Health has really been encouraging of, is for me to be able to go out there and find these resources and get the people matched up with the things that they need.
Right.
Certainly, we want to bring patients into our hospital system, and I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. But we are a privately owned group of hospitals. Like I said, almost 90 hospitals all over the U.S. We have quite a few in Texas, up north, out in Arizona. They're all over the United States. And the owner of our hospital system saw that Florida was definitely a growing area, an area that needed some good quality inpatient rehab facilities. And being privately owned, he was able to start investing and building hospitals. And now in the Orlando area alone, we have 4 relatively very new facilities, inpatient rehab facilities. I think our oldest one has been open about 2 years. Our newest one actually opened just a few weeks ago, and we start taking patients at the Ocoee location in 1 week. One week from today, December the 9th. So we have a lot of growth that we are anticipating. But as I said, our owner, Mr. Tony, is just very supportive of veterans and very supportive of what we're trying to do in the Orlando area by creating a program wholly focused on veterans.
Awesome. Now, how do you, like, say, getting ready to plant another hospital in say, Ocoee? What do you do in advance of that to market or to add, like the drip ahead? Or do you do that, or do you wait until you open and you go out to the veterans organizations? How does that work?
Well, I've been circulating around the veterans organizations now for about 4 months,
Okay.
and just planting seeds and
Yeah.
trying to make connections and develop
Yeah.
a network. I am one of many people on our team. They call us navigators.
Okay.
That go out and we work with case managers, we work with doctors, we work with patients, obviously, and families to help them navigate through
Right.
the process of going from an acute hospital situation into an inpatient rehab.
Okay.
But we also work very closely with emergency rooms, with multiple home health agencies. We admit patients directly from home. We admit patients from nursing homes and long-term care facilities. If we feel and their doctor feels that they would benefit from an inpatient stay, then we bring them into our hospitals. But to answer your question, how do we prepare for the opening of a hospital? We dig in, we connect with as many care providers as we possibly can. We talk to them about our program. PAM Health has really the best record for being able to return patients to their prior living situation from inpatient. Our statistics and record is really well above the national average for being able to take John Smith or Mary Jane Jones
Right.
from a hospital setting into our setting, get them back, get them strengthened, increase their confidence, and allow them to discharge back home under the care of their own doctor. So we're very focused on bringing patients in, having them stay as few days as possible.
Right.
Now, that may seem counterintuitive to a lot of
That's
people.
not what hospitals do.
Yeah.
Not when
Well,
you have insurance.
we want to bring them in. We want to allow them to focus on recovering their prior self
Yeah.
and foreseeing all their potential,
Yeah.
and then getting them home as quickly as possible. Our average patient stay is only about 10 and a half days.
That's incredible.
And when I tell people that, especially folks that have maybe stayed at an inpatient rehab before, they'll tell me, well, last time I was there for 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Now, there may be cases where it is beneficial for a patient to stay that long.
Sure.
But our objective is to get them back as close as possible
Yeah.
where they were before they became ill, and give them the ability and the confidence to get back home and get back with their loved ones. I spoke with a veteran on the way here this morning, a gentleman that we had at our Winter Garden facility for 8 or 9 days. Very nice man, an Air Force veteran. He had undergone a very serious procedure, and I spoke with him this morning, and I said, how you doing? How's it going being back home? He said, I'm back home. I'm in my own bed.
Yeah.
I've got home health coming 3 days a week that are taking care of me. And he was very, very pleased. So when I talk to veterans like that and I hear their success stories, I know I've done what I'm supposed to do as a nurse, and I know that our hospital has done what it's supposed to do.
So here you are. You take the person, bring him in, assess where he's at, establish a game plan to get him where you want him to be, return him on that pathway to independence so he can go lead, he or she can lead a productive life post-discharge.
Exactly. And I work very closely with the Lake Baldwin VA,
Okay.
with the Lake Nona VA.
Yeah.
And I circle back with their case managers and I let them know, hey, Billy Jones, he did very well. He's home already.
Right.
Or Miss Mary Jane Smith, she's on the road to recovery. She's back with her family. She's with her husband.
Right.
She's doing very well.
Yeah.
So if there are folks out there that are interested in inpatient rehab or learning more about it, I would encourage them just to contact me directly or contact one of our hospitals. As I said, we have 4, one in Tavares, one in Orange City, one in Winter Garden, and our brand new one in Ocoee. And we love to have folks come out and tour the hospitals.
Right.
People are welcome to come anytime, Monday through Friday. We'll take them on a tour, show them our facility, answer their questions, introduce them to staff, and let them see for themselves why PAM is quickly becoming the provider of choice for inpatient care in the Orlando area.
I think you're right on there with seeing is believing. And when
Definitely.
they come in and they see it for themselves, this is it. Yes, this is it. And to have somebody like you take them around, you're very disarming, you're very approachable, you're talking to them. That goes a long way, especially in today's society where a lot of people are just checking the box. That's not you.
Well, that's the philosophy of our company.
Right.
I am certainly not alone in my perspective
Yeah.
or my behavior or demeanor.
Right.
That is just the nature of the people that work at PAM.
Right.
And I've been, like I said, I've been in medicine for over 30 years.
Yeah.
If I didn't believe it, I would not be doing it.
That's it. Yeah. Well, you kind of got to compromise what's happening there when you do that, and you don't strike me as the kind of person that's willing to do that.
I'm too old to compromise.
Dan, thank you for your time.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate
much.
it. Come back and see us again.
Oh, I
and,
would love to.
And bring
I would
some
love to.
bring some of your colleagues with you, and we'll have a round table, because we have a round table here where we can put people in 4 or 5, and we'll put the microphone in the middle of the table and just talk away. Right,
Yeah,
Brian?
that'd be great.
Yeah. So, how do they get a hold of you? You got
Well, they can reach me directly. Again, my name is Dan Paulson, Paulson. My phone number is 407-340-3421, or you can reach me email at dpaulson, Paulson, at pamrehab.com. And of course, feel free to reach out to any of our rehab facilities in Central Florida here, and we'll be glad to visit with you and make whatever arrangements need to be made to be able to help you or your loved one.
And if, for whatever reason, you lose Dan's contact info, give us a call here at Veterans Helping Veterans, or stop by and see us, and we'll hook you up with Dan, because he's on our list. So, Dan, we thank you.
I hope that's a good list, not a naughty list.
Yeah, not the naughty list.
Okay.
Now, Brian, he's on the naughty list.
I see.
That's where he wants to be, though. So thank you for joining us today. A lot of good info. Again, veteran-rich environment there with PAM. So we're very thankful today that we got some information to help the veteran community, 46,000 strong here in Marion County. So again, we thank Brian Lang, who's working his magic there behind the camera. And we look forward to our next podcast. Until then, we'll see you at the next one. Take care.
In the shadows of the night, they fought the fight. Brave hearts, lost souls, searching for the light. With every battle scar, they carry the weight. But we're to lift them up. It's never too late. No more silence. We'll raise our voice for every hero. We'll make the choice. Together we'll stand, united and proud. When the night feels long and hope is thin, we'll be their family. We'll let the healing begin. No more fighting alone. We'll walk side by side. With the strength of our hearts, we'll be their guide. Let the love ignite. Let compassion flow. With every story shared, together we'll grow. We honor the past, but we build the way for brighter tomorrows, come what may. Oh, brave hearts unite. It's time to stand tall. Together we rise. Together we'll call for every veteran who feels lost in the night. Join hands in the darkness. We'll be their light. So here's to the warriors, the strong and the true. We're lifting them up from the old to the new. With every beat, in every heartfelt song, brave hearts united, together we belong.